What a weekend to be in saddle in Seattle, both on the water and in the air. It's a culmination of Seafair weekend, and all the activities are in full bloom, culminating tomorrow afternoon with a hydro race. The Blue Angels are here. They have one more show, and the Mariners and the Kansas City Royals are going to put on one more show here tonight. Game 2 of the 3-game series between the M's and the Royals. And we are indoors tonight. We have the roof extended, and we welcome you. A very pleasant good evening, everybody. Dave Niehaus with Mike Blowers, and welcome to Safeco Field. The Mariners exercising a demon last night in a certain way as they finally got to Zach Greinke.
Well, they did, and they did a nice job. They were very aggressive with Greinke, jumping on his fastball early in counts. As you take a look at what the guys did last night, some nice nights. Ryan Langerhand's a spot start for him. He's back in the lineup tonight. Why? Well, because it's 3 for 4 solo home run last night, a double and a single, a triple away from the cycle for him. Figgins, another nice night. He drives in 3 runs for the Mariners.
It was Langerhans who got the Mariners right back in the ball game when Kansas City had taken the lead in the second, in the third, I should say, and in the first pitch of the second inning to him, he hit a 2-run home run. The Mariners took a 2-1 lead, and they never looked back. And for the first time, they did beat Zach Greinke. It was quite a ball game. Now tonight, we look at the pitching matchups. David Pauly's 27 years of age. This will be his 10th start of his career. Still looking for his first major league victory.
And he struggled a little bit in his last outing. You take a look at the Royals, the team he's up against tonight. He's going to have to command the strike zone. The Royals will get hits. They're second in the league in hitting. They will have some guys on base. Can he come up with the big pitches when he needs to get out of innings? That will be his chore tonight, to be able to come up with a pitch, get a double play ball here and there, and hold them down.
And the Kansas City Royals will go with a kid born in Panama by the name of Bruce Chen.
Chen, a veteran guy. He's been around for a long time. Changed his arm angles, not overpowering at all. A decent fastball, very good changeup. Will throw it at any point in the count. He definitely will not give in to the hitters. So the Mariners have to show some patience. Probably going to see a lot of balls hit up the middle and the other way.
I would say we got a chance to see a few base hits here tonight. The Mariners and the Kansas City Royals. Good to have you with us. We'll be back with more right after this.
system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. Graphical enhancements have been added to the EQC tracer this season to give you more information and insight into the game.
Seattle Mariners baseball this evening on FSN is brought to you by fast, reliable, secure, heavy-duty internet from Quest. By Sterling Savings Bank, recipient of the 2010 J.D. Power and Associates Award. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. For over 30 Toyota offers, visit buyatoyota.com. I don't care how old you are, how many times you've seen it. You see a guy fly like that, sometimes you wonder, is he all there? And you say, doggone it, wish I were in that plane with him. Yeah, look at that baby. Nice stuff flying over Lake Washington this afternoon. Now back to baseball. We mentioned that Don Wakamatsu is going to send Mr. Pauly to the mound tonight. He's going to send David Pauly to the mound. What does it take to get a guy like David Pauly? This will be his 10th Major League start. Major League blue steel, so to speak. Tempered. Ready to win a ball game. Here's what Don Wakamatsu said.
Well, I think what you judge first and foremost is how deep they can get in a ball game. And that's he's pitched well up to a point, and the rest is can he make adjustments on the fly. That's what you see with Felix over the last year and a half so well, is that in the course of a ball game he might not have a certain pitch, but he's able to go to something else and get through it and give you 7-8 innings. And that's what, whether it's Vargas or Pfister or Pauly or French, these are the younger pitchers. That's what they have to learn to be able to do.
So maybe tonight is the night for David Pauly as we get set for baseball. Let's look at the Kansas City Royals lineup.
Thank you, Dave. Leading things off, it'll be Blanco, then Kendall, Butler, Kahui. The first baseman will hit 4th. Betterment, Gordon, Meyer in the lineup tonight. He had last night off. He will hit 7th. Aviles and the second baseman, Getz, will hit 9th. Take a look at the numbers for Pauly. He's pitched well enough to get a win, but just hasn't happened for him. His ERA, the 3.38. 24 innings pitched for him, 8 walks, 14 strikeouts. And the defense behind him. Langerhand's getting another start in left field, and has Gutierrez and Ichiro out and right. On the left side, Lopez and Jack Wilson. Over on the right side of the infield will be Figgins and Kochman. Adam Moore will do the catching this evening.
More like the middle of September here this evening than the 7th of August, because the temperature has really dipped. We have had cloud cover all day long here in the Pacific Northwest. So when the Blue Angels did their show this afternoon, it had to be the low-flying show, not the one way up above the clouds where nobody could see anything. And we'll see what tomorrow brings as the Seafair weekend comes to an end. We get set to play baseball as Gregor Blanco, just recently acquired from the Atlanta Braves, will step in against 27-year-old David Pauly. Blanco hitting .308, just picked up last week, a week ago, with an RBI. The Mariners winning it last night by a score of 7-1. And that sinker is a little bit low, ball 1. Ted Barrett is the man calling balls and strikes. And there, only 66 degrees here tonight, before a crowd of around 20,000, we suppose. And that sinker is right at the knees, so the count goes to 2-1. After the Royals leave tomorrow, this will be the final meeting of the year between these two clubs tomorrow. Oakland comes in for 3. And a nice sinker. 2-2.
For those not familiar with Blanco, the leadoff hitter, as Dave was mentioning, just traded over to the Royals. I certainly hadn't seen him until in last night's game. The one thing that'll stick out is he can really run. He covered a lot of ground last night. He does have a stolen base.
Way up on the knob of that bat, too. 3-2 pitch, and he loses it. Jason Kendall, the veteran receiver, will be the hitter. The Mariners with 11 hits last night. And Luke French winning his first game of the year. And even though Kansas City got 9 hits off of him in his 8 innings of work, I was kind of disappointed they didn't let him go out there in the 9th to get his first, try to get his first major league complete game. He didn't have one. Threw 100 pitches, 101. Runner goes, throw through, not in time. Just what Mike was talking about. That kid can really run. Blanco.
Well, take a look at it. He gets a really good jump. You can see him leaning before Paulie went home. Throw was high. I doubt they would have been able to get him anyways with his speed. I agree with you. In fact, I said that. I didn't know if he was going to come out or not for the night. But, you know, and even today, and rightfully so, everybody talking about the offense so much in last night's game.
Hit to right field, and Ichiro is there tagging, but holding at second base will be Blanco.
But I thought that Luke French was really good last night. You know, he goes through the 8 innings. I would like to see him get the complete game, too. Brandon League ended up finishing it in the 9th, by the way. Don said that he needed an inning of work. But, you know, I thought he pitched well, and everybody wanted to talk about what the offense did against Greinke, which they should. But the kid really pitched a nice ball game last night.
This is Billy Butler, the designated hitter. Make a mistake on this kid, he'll hit it into Elliott Bay. Man, he has hit some long, long balls. Outside corner. How about Toronto?
How about Toronto today?
8 home runs. They've got 175 home runs, Mike.
8 home runs in today's game.
Yeah, right.
I wish I could remember. I can't think of the kid's name. They just called up when he had 4 hits and 2 home runs.
Yep. Ground ball foul down the third baseline.
Yes, to be one of the best debuts ever, doesn't it?
Yeah. Had a home run his first at bat, and I think his third at bat. I can't think of his name right now.
What a debut for him, though. But 8 home runs for the Blue Jays. I'm going to assume that Batista was in the middle of that somewhere. He probably had a home run.
He did. He did.
What a year he's had.
And get in the game.
And a fly ball to deep left field, and right back to the warning track there to make the catch is Langerhans. Almost.
Yeah, I think Dave Paulie ended up getting away with one here. It looked like a breaking ball that he left middle in and up in the zone. Billy Butler put a good swing on it, just skied it out to the warning track and left.
So here is KCA AT taking outside. The kid's name that was just called up is J.P. Arancibia, catcher, young catcher, that hit the home runs today. First pitch he saw in the big leagues, he hit it out.
First pitch.
First pitch. Arancibia had 28 home runs at AAA when he was called up. This kid here, Louis, had 24 home runs at Omaha. So he's got some pop too. Yahoo! It's a high pop up out of play. Off to the left. Toronto, 175 home runs, I mentioned. Mariners had 66.
We'll see Toronto on the 21st of September. Get a chance to see the young man play.
Three and one.
Paulie's having a tough time with his two-seam fastball. He's missing with it. So far, 18 pitches for him, 10 balls, 8 strikes. I like the fact that he's missing down in the zone. He can work off of that.
And he lost it. Going to bring up Betemeat. So the second walk given up by David Paulie. Wilson Betemeat on the left side, a 362 hitter and hitting 356 on the year.
There's his splits. More power right-handed. 3 home runs. He only has 104 at-bats on the year.
That's a strike.
Couple of throws to second base, so the guys are working hard to try to keep Blanco over there.
Betemeat fouls it, and now advantage in a big way goes to the pitcher, David Paulie. And that's blown away. And a little bit low with a changeup that time. Like pretty good pitch, didn't it? According to our tracker.
It's a good pitch. Down in the zone. That's where you want to throw your changeup. Right at the bottom of the strike zone or just out of it. See if you can get a swing. That's how he was able to get his second strike on Betemeat.
Rather obvious that that's not Ted Barrett's strike zone tonight, though.
Not yet. You know, you keep pounding it down there, you might eventually get them to start giving you some of the calls at the bottom of the strike zone. Next pitch will be number 25 for Paulie here in the first.
Slider that time way outside, and a change, only 76 miles an hour. Now everybody gets to run. So he had him 0-2.
Yeah, you'd like to put him away early if you can, because the guys in the middle of the infield, Figgins and Wilson, both keeping Blanco close to second base. So a base hit, you had a chance to throw him out. Well, now he'll get a running start with a 3-2 count.
And a swing and a miss. There is a 90-mile-an-hour pitch, one of the few we've seen him throw in the inning. But he got away with it. It may have been ball 4. 2 left. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first.
For the Mariners, that lead things off. It'll be Ichiro, then Figgins, Kochman, Branyan, Gutierrez, Lopez, Adam Moore, Ryan Langerhans. Again, what a night he had last night, 3 for 4, including the home run. And then Jack Wilson will hit 9th. Numbers for Chen this year, ERA a little bit high at a 4.74. 74 innings pitched for him, 58 strikeouts.
Ichiro will take it over, but too high. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Ichiro has his best career batting average against this ball club, Kansas City. He's a career .370 hitter against the Royals, and that catches the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's fouled away. Look at our leaders of the game. Note brought to you by our friends in the Marines. Ichiro and Figgins, the last 4 games. Look at that. 5-15, 3 doubles. And that's fouled away. And a slow curve and a comeback play by Chen. So with 1 down, that'll bring up Figgy, who is 9 for 16 on this homestand. And he has 4 consecutive multi-hit games, 2 or more hits. His career record is 5. As his batting average has just been soaring.
Up over 250 now, when you consider where he was at. It's pretty good work. He has swung the bat well from the right side of the plate where he's at tonight all year long. It's been the left side that's caused him some problems, but he's swinging much better left-handed now.
And a fly ball popped up to right field. Mitch Meyer, an easy catch out there. As we check in with Eddie Menti. KC Kochman is the hitter. A strike to him. 2. Jason Vargas and Kyle Davies tomorrow afternoon.
As we mentioned, Chen, you can tell he does not throw hard. The change speeds. We're going to have to show some patience with him tonight.
Hit hard on a hop. Chris Getz will throw him out. So here in the first inning. Quickly 3 up and 3 down for the Mariners. We go to the second with no score. Converted from third base to the outfield, has been at AAA most of the year. Former #1 draft choice Alex Gordon, the left fielder, will lead it off for Kansas City against David Pauley. Pauley, a 26-pitch effort. There's a line shot right to Wilson, right to Jack. So 1 down. 26 pitches in the first inning, too many for him. Like to have about an 8 or 9 pitch inning here.
Good start for him. 1 pitch, 1 out. He's going to get his pitch count back in line so that he can work a little bit deeper into the game.
This is Mitch Meyer. That's a nice sinker. I think he's more effective with that 82-mile-an-hour sinker than he is with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That kind of straightens out on him a little bit. There's a slider of the outside corner.
I think his two-seamer, to your point, as far as quick hittings, it will get him more ground balls and more outs quickly in counts.
Change that time. Raked into the hole, into right field. Meyer has the first base hit of the ball game. Now through August the 17th, you can select from 15 different MLB community initiatives to win a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. Felix and the Mariners have teamed up with the Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence on a project giving local youth coaches the tools to teach nonviolence, responsibility, and respect. So vote now by visiting MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh, or you can text Mariners to 76462. This is Mike Aviles, the shortstop. 1-0. Yankees beating Boston 5-2 today.
Heard that Alex was hurt during batting practice today.
He was playing third base. Got hit on the ankle, and he had to leave, go back and get x-rays. The x-rays were negative, but he didn't get back in the lineup. This is Ryan Langerhans today in Mariners BP, and took a.
Oh, that didn't look good, did it?
No, little stumble out there. That's into the gap, and over to cut it off is Gutierrez. Meyer will make it easily into third base.
Inside out swing, set up inside, wanting to run the two-seamer in there. He was able to do it. It's actually in off the plate. It's just some good hitting by Aviles to hit the ball into right center field.
And Chris gets the second baseman. The hitter now a chance to get the Royals the early lead in this game.
Another one of the Royals that can really run. Choking up on the bat. Getz does the same thing. You don't see that very much anymore. Not many guys will choke up.
Gives you better bat control. Probably takes away some of your power. On the inside.
I can remember when I was younger, I was taught to choke up when I had two strikes. Well, that kind of went out the window once I signed professionally, you know.
Not only that, but once you knew that you could hit the ball as far as you could, and you were a power hitter. I mean, power hitters don't choke up. It's like real men don't eat quiche. Swing and miss. 1 and 2. Runner goes, swung on right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Myers going to score. And Aviles takes Myers' spot over at third base on the hit and run. Getz just rips one right back to the middle. 3 consecutive hits. It's 1-0 Kansas City.
A little unfortunate for Paulie. He leaves this pitch up, and it is hit hard. But when he hit the side of the mound, I thought because the runner was going that maybe Figgins had a chance, but Figgins wasn't covering the bag. Jack Wilson was. So the ball ends up the middle. I'm trying to think of some guys that I played with that like to choke up on the bat. And the only one I can think of is Brett Butler. Remember Brett Butler?
Oh, absolutely.
Really good
great
player.
Butter. Yes. Great butter.
Yes, a great butter. He's a good center fielder, too.
But he, rookie of the year? His first year?
Would that have been with Cleveland?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Strike at the knees. 1-1. And one hop. Double clutch and a throw that will not allow Wilson to come back to first base because it almost pulled him off the bag down there, and a run comes in to score. So Kotzman double clutch the ball. If he makes it quick throw to shortstop immediately, I think they got the 3-6-1 or 3-6-3 double play.
Well, you take a look at it. It's a one hopper right to him. Double clutch right there. Can't quite get the handle on it. Then rushes the throw. Jack able to keep his foot on the top of the bag to get the out at least. I think Casey knew that Blanco was running, and he tried to hurry his throw a little bit. And because of that, he ended up double clutching and not getting the double play.
Jason Kendall with a count 1-0. And pitch out. No action over there by Blanco.
This is one of the keys when you look at the Royals. They are actually, for the year that they've had and struggled, they're second in the league in hitting, but 10th in runs scored. So they'll bunch together hits and give themselves some opportunities. Can you make the pitches? Luke French was able to do last night, giving up just the one run through his 8 innings, but you have to make some pitches. That last fastball was up.
That's down the middle. 3-1. His next pitch will be his 20th pitch of the inning. And remember, he got out number 1 on the first pitch.
Right. And he threw 26 pitches in the first.
Runner goes. And another back to the mound. Falling fires. Kendall is out. Kansas City draws first blood as they get a couple here on 3 consecutive hits. And a fielder's choice. We go to the bottom half of the second. 2-0 Kansas City. Doesn't sound like Torrey Hunter.
No, it doesn't. He actually had hit a home run earlier in that game, too.
Well, there is Russell Bryan. Last home run Russell Bryan hit was when Kansas City was here in town. Back on the 5th of July. He hit home run off Brian Bannister. It's been a month. That's fouled back into the lower deck. 0-2. Did you ever get suspended?
No.
You ever get ejected?
I don't think so. I don't recall getting ejected.
Really?
No.
With a shift on, playing the shallow right field as Chris gets, and he'll throw out Russell Bryan. I'm sure you didn't then. I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I pretty much left that up to Lou most of the time.
Franklin Gutierrez, the hitter. You're going through parenthood right now. You've got some kids that are playing baseball. And I think you mentioned something today.
Well, you have, yes. I know where you're going with this, but you know what? It's funny to me.
First of all, mention what happened.
Well, my son, he wasn't happy with the strikeout today. I had to have a conversation with him about that because some things were going on. But I think about it, and I try to remember myself. What was I like when I was at that age? And he's 13 years old. So the games are really important to him, obviously, and he wants to do well, like most kids do. It's you get into those situations. At one point, I kind of want to laugh about it. The other point, I have to be a parent. As Franklin Gutierrez pops his ball up to Jason Kendall. But, it really comes down to, in the end, it's about respecting other people in the game itself and doing things the right way, even though at times, and he loves to watch the games here, you see things like we were just talking about with Torrey Hunter and his suspension. And I guess sometimes I figure if it's good enough for the guys up here, it's good enough for them. But I don't see it that way, and
Good for you.
Well, it's just part of it, and it'll happen again. It's just you have to talk to him about it. And fortunately, the group of kids that he plays baseball with, a good group, you won't see that very often. So
Jose Lopez takes a strike. Respect for the umpire, even though he may be wrong.
Yeah,
he's the boss.
Right. I agree, and I guess. Fortunately for me, I don't play anymore, so he doesn't have. I can talk to him and not have to worry about him watching me that night, having the same type of conversation. Because believe me, I have.
Yeah. Lopez fouls it off behind home plate.
Speaking of Torrey, it doesn't sound like Torrey at all, and I was actually surprised. He was pretty hot about it. As I mentioned, he hit a home run earlier in the game. I was surprised to see him throw the whole bag of balls out of the dugout onto the field. But I also think, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong on this, I think as far as the major league players arguing with the umpires and seeing that kind of thing, I don't think that happens nearly as much as it used to, because you used to be able to talk to the umpires a lot more. And it seemed like the conversations were longer before they'd finally toss you and had enough. Now it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. I think the conversations used to be a bit more civil, too.
Yeah.
Ball breaking right in on the handle of the bat. It's a routine ground ball to Vilas, and it's an easy second inning for Bruce Chan as the Mariners are gone in order, and after 2, Royals lead it 2-0. Billy Butler is the man to take the pitch low here to start the third inning of play. Hit a fly ball to the warning track in left field. Back in the first inning. And a pop up this time into right center field. There's no problem getting over there to make the catch. So one down. For just $10 now, you're going to get a great seat on BECU Family Night Monday as the Mariners host the A's. Plus the savings continue with $2 hot dogs and special discounts at the Mariners team store. So get your tickets at mariners.com. Here's Keela. Kahahui. Kiahui, I should say. He walked in the first inning. And gives that ball a pretty good ride, but plenty of time again for Gutierrez to get over there in left center field this time. Wilson Benamik struck out in the first inning. And off his bare hand, Paulie retrieves on the grass and throws him out. So that's what he needed. An easy inning, and he got an easy inning as he threw only 5 pitches to go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Kansas City. Let's pose our AT&T trivia question for you. Speaking of Kansas City, which Breton brother had the better career home run ratio? Fewest plate appearances per at bat. Was it Kenny or was it George? Text A or B to 95323. I've known both of these gentlemen ever since they were youngsters, to tell you the truth. Kenny just passed away about, 5 years ago now, I suppose. Popped up and down the third baseline to make the easy catches. The third baseman, Benamik, as Adam Moore swings at the first pitch. And scouts have told me that had Ken Brett decided to be a position player, he would have been a better hitter than George. He was that type of an athlete. He could swing a bat.
Well, George wasn't too bad
no,
either.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Right, I know.
He's a Hall of Famer. And here's Ryan Langerhans now. And that's a strike. So that's an interesting question. Which brother had the better career home run ratio? Because Kenny played before the designated hitter. And during the designated hitter. Matter of fact, may even have been a designated hitter on occasions. But I still have to believe that George had a better home run ratio than Ken.
I would think so, too.
One ball and 2 strikes. Ken spent the last several years of his life living in Spokane with Bobby, his brother. Part of the franchise over there is swing and a miss, both in hockey and in baseball. So Langerhans is down on strikes. And George currently owns the Mariners team in High Desert. Let's give you the answer. The answer, you found said Ken, and the answer is down low and inside. The answer is George. On every 36.7. But Ken wasn't far behind. As far, he only had 10 home runs, but only had 373 plate appearances, 37.3 plate appearances. Jack Wilson has the count go to a ball and a strike. Into the hole for a base hit. So Jack aboard with the first Mariner hit.
So he gets a changeup out over the plate, reaches for it, is able to pull it into the hole. Good pitch by Chen on the outside corner, but finds a hole on the left side of the infield to get a base hit. I don't know why, but I thought that George had actually hit more home runs in 317. I thought he was around 400. Almost because I've seen that replay of him hitting that home run off of Gossage in the Pine Tar incident so many times, and I thought he hit more home runs. He hit in the upper deck at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
How good a defender was he?
Third baseman?
Yeah.
Oh, great. He's a great third baseman. One ball, 1 strike. George's another one of those guys that, unlike you, have just enough to get you out. You had the best arm, I think, of any third baseman I've ever seen. I mean, you can.
Thank you.
I really mean that. I mean, you had a rifle over there. But George had enough to get you out.
That's all it takes, right?
That's right.
I don't remember. I don't know what game it was when he and Nettles got into it at third base.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one I used to see and laugh about.
Ironically, very good friends, too.
Is that right?
Yeah. There he goes. The pitch swung on, and a one-hopper hit to second. He snapped through the first, just barely in time to get Ichiro. And here in the third, a hit, a runner left after 3, 2-0, Kansas City.
They're going to make a run at the Mariners' 1997 record of 264. But here at Safeco Field, Bruce Chen's a lot different from when we saw him last time. He's coming three-quarter, sometimes sidearm. And the differential between his fastball and his changeup has been remarkable.
Well, it has been, and that's not a real big surprise with him, but by dropping down a little bit more sink to it, a little more sink to his changeup, and so far it's been effective. The Mariners are out in front of a lot of the changeup off-speed pitches that he's throwing. With Paulie on the flip side, really struggled through the first couple of innings. Pitch count was jumping up on him, but third inning comes back and throws 5 pitches, so hopefully he's back on track.
The other thing about Chen, too, is his splits are really good. Far more strikes than balls so far tonight. Alex Gordon leading off. He's got a 1-1 count. A hard line drive to Jack Wilson, shortstop, his first time. I've seen Paulie be effective for periods of time when that sinker's working. But 2 runs in the second inning. Yeah. Gordon, Mitch Meyer, and Mike Aviles. 6, 7, and 8 here in the 4th inning against David Paulie. Against 5th, Mariners start.
Talking about the Blue Jays earlier and hitting 8 home runs today. And what they're doing. That hasn't been the case with the Royals. So they were able to put together 4 singles, though, to get their 2 runs. And one of the things I was talking about, Dave, was with the Royals. There's another base hit. Back Gordon. Second in the league in hitting. The Royals have been, and they've been up there all year. 10th in runs scored. So, Paulie needs to make some pitches, and we saw that from Luke French last night. Did a nice job. But Paulie, as you take a look at this swing by Gordon, former third baseman, now plays left field. Kind of flips his ball out into right field, up in the zone.
Yeah, they're not going to bludgeon you. I mean, they've hit 6 more home runs than the Mariners. They're 12th in the league, and the Mariners are 14th. They've been effective. They had a run there where it looked like they were going to challenge the 500 mark. Since we saw them last, things have gone a little south on them. They are 7 and 17 since they came in here and swept them down.
Jesus is hurt for the year, and then they ended up trading away a bunch of guys. Just let Ian go. So yeah.
1 on the count to Mitch Meyer. Chris said and started to throw.
Adams had to make a couple of trips out to the mound today. Paulie just not real sharp. You can see what he's trying to do. He wants to keep the ball down, and he's missing down out of the zone. Doing a lot of pitches on the outer half of the plate, outside corner, just missing.
34 strikes, 25 balls. So Adamore being assertive, working with his pitcher here, 2-0. Mitch Meyer. Meyer was impressive in that sweep in early July here at Safeco. He made some great catches in center field. The man kept running. He ran the bases well, too. See that sometimes guys trying to be too fine.
Well, you see it right there on a 2-0 pitch. You have to throw a strike to get back in the count, and he misses off the plate away, just trying to be too careful, too fine, make too perfect of a pitch, and sometimes you just have to be aggressive.
Strike 3-1. Meyer looking down at Eddie Rodriguez, the third base coach, former Mariner coach. Team leaders in batting average.
Gordon can run. Be surprised on a 3-1 count if they let him take off with the pitch.
working himself into a big-time jam now. He's got 2 on, nobody out in the 4th, down 2-0. Hey, stay warm all winter long with the Mariners fleece blanket. First 15,000. Folks coming in 21 and over. They're going to take home this high-quality cold weather staple on Saturday, September 4th, when the Indians visit Safeco Field. For tickets to the Mariners fleece blanket night, visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store.
The entire Mariners infield joined Paulie out by the mound. Probably to discuss whether they think their bump play is going to be on, if it is on, how they're going to defend it. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
3rd walk for Paulie. Fast runners out there, Gordon and Meyer. Here's Aviles, got a base hit to right center his first time up. Wow, Cameron, what foul. What he jumped on that.
Adam with yet another trip out to the mound.
There's a cross up on the side.
I don't think so. I think he's just trying to get Paulie back in line to where, you know, he's not an overpowering guy by any stretch of the imagination. He has to be able to work off the edges. Trying to get him a little bit closer, maybe mechanically. Last pitch he wanted away and throwing it inside.
1-2 now to Aviles. Aviles 1 for 4 last night. 4th inning single to center. 1-2. Just got a piece of that one.
Looks like he has a good changeup. I think one reason why Aviles was able to get a piece of the last one is he left it up. In an 0-2 count with runners in scoring position, that changeup right there, Dave, you really want to try to get to bury it and see if you can get him to chase a pitch out of the strike zone. He ended up hanging it.
Breaking ball, got him lucky. 1 out, big strikeout for David Paul. His 2nd K of the night. Aviles.
He thought that pitch was inside, gave up on it. Looks like it was.
Ground ball, and all he can get out of this. Chris gets, though, he got an RBI singles last time up, and he gets a ball down the line, just foul. Paulie's in trouble here. 1 out, 2 on. Meanwhile, the Mariners mustered 1 hit through 3 against Bruce Chen. Oh-1 to the former White Sox second baseman. Ripped. Line foul. Boy, he's on ball.
Well, he's been out in front of a couple of changeups.
Well, good night for those youngsters. Get the baseball. Now fans clapping, hoping they get a strikeout here. That would be big. Got it. How about that? Back-to-back strikeouts for David Paulie. 2 down. That's his 3rd strikeout.
Nothing but off-speed pitches to get a couple of change-ups and then gets him with a good breaking ball down out of the strike zone.
Top of the order, Gregor Blanco, center fielder. Walk, stole a base. Over a run, reached on a fielder's choice. Let's see many guys. He's got to be what? Almost a full fist up on that bat, choking up on it. At least he was in that last pitch. up there pretty good.
Another changeup.
You think he doesn't have a good feel on his fastball, or what? I mean, or maybe that's the other thing too. Could be in their game plan, but it seems like these last couple of bats, he's been
taking a lot off, and I think that's a good idea. He hasn't had real good command of his fastball, and the mistakes he's made has been with that. And his changeup been a pretty good pitch for him, so why not throw it? Good breaking ball too.
Hey, what? Better stay alive here. That's for sure. Guy, oh, he caught it with his glove. Nice.
A lot of times the hope too is if you're missing with the fastball, and Adam goes out there, we saw him make a couple trips to the mound. Talk to him, let's switch it up, throw your changeup and your breaking ball a little bit more in hopes that gets him back on track so that he can find the strike zone with his fastball, either later in this inning or later in the game.
1-2. Broken bat, took a lot off of that pitch. Paulie survives. Got dicey, walk, a base hit and a walk, but then he gets 2 strikeouts and a ground out. 2-0 Kansas City. John Lackey really hacked off after losing that game. He said they nickeled and dimed me, gave up 4 straight singles, led to a couple of runs. Biggins showing bunt, ball 1. John flied out to right his first time up. Big night last evening, going 2 for 5, drove in 3. Chen started the season, first 7 games, 4-2 with a 3.68 ERA and a no decision. The last 5 games, he's 1-3 with a no decision and 7.20 ERA. So the Mariners now going through the lineup for the second time against Chen. One of the things he's done, he's been around with 10 teams, he's been around since about 98, 99. But the fact that he's dropped down, he used to be a little bit more over the top. It looks like he's making a concerted effort coming from about 3/4, sometimes sidearm tonight. And not only tonight, but he's changed that to that over the last month or 2.
Yeah, and again, I think it has to do with trying to keep the ball down and get more sink on his fastball. I think that would make it a little bit more uncomfortable for the left-handed hitters going across his body the way that he is.
3-2 to Biggins. Tinsley, a little jumping jack flash.
And again, there's a great example, Dave, of how he will not give in. So if you get some runners in scoring position, you need to pay attention to that. Here he is with a 3-2 count with nobody on, nobody out. has a 2-0 lead, and he throws big as a 3-2 changeup. You just won't see that from very many guys.
Shallow left field for Alex Gordon.
And he comes back and gets him out on a changeup.
One down here in the fourth, and bring up Casey Kotchman. Kotchman grounded out. Second baseman Chen retired. First 8 men that he faced before giving up a Jack Wilson single in the third. He certainly established what he likes to do here. Second time around for the Mariners. Against Bruce Chen 1-1.
It's really a good example of what this league is all about.
Yeah.
You know, we hear Don Wakamatsu talking about the pitchers, his pitchers, making adjustments and changes as the game goes along. Well, your hitters have to do that too. So we'll see how the Mariners adjust to what Chen is doing. Last night, Greinke couldn't adjust quickly enough for the Mariners, being very aggressive with his fastball. And by the time that he kind of figured those things out and was able to command his breaking ball, the Mariners had 4 runs on the scoreboard. And see another ground ball to short.
Bayless has it, throws out Kotchman. 2 down. Mariners still with 1 hit. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up with Kansas City tomorrow. Then Oakland comes in, their second of 3 visits. And the big road trip, the longest one of the season, at Cleveland, at Baltimore. See the first 2 of 3 against New York and 3 in Boston. Here's Brandon driving one deep to center field. Going way back is Blanco, and that ball is gone. A home run for Russell Brandon. And he gets it, you'll notice, as he rounds the bases, he pulled his pants down. He's going with the knickers look the first time up. This time he smokes one to straightaway center field. Home run number 14 for Brandon. Mariners are on the board. And for Big Russell, that's his 4th home run since returning to the Mariners.
Well, Dave, I don't know if his pants had anything to do with it, but leave them the way they are right now. Straight away center field, almost in the same spot Langerhans hit his home run last night. Not much doubt about it. 426 feet. That's well over the 405 sign.
Brandon unloads here. Got a haircut the other day. Took it. That must have been the shortest blade. I said, we trying to look like me. He says, yeah, I can take it down 1 more notch from there. He's got a very close haircut. Didn't got the shaving yet,
there
but it's close.
All right, take a look at it. He and Jack went to the same barber.
Yeah. Second hit of the night for the Mariners. Gutierrez in his first at bat fouled out to catcher Jason Kendall. Gave that a long ride, a typical Brandon hang time homer. Good, he swings at a high pitch, strikes out. That'll do it for the Mariners. The highlight of the inning, the Brandon home run is 14th in this second tour of duty with the Mariners. The Mariners are on the board, trailing by a run. Jason Kendall looks at strike one, leading off for the Royals. And drives one deep to left. Going back, Langerhans. He's got room on the track. Makes the catch. Butler had sent Langerhans to the track back in the first inning. We got some good offerings here tonight, Mike.
Good to see the kids out again. A lot of birthdays in the stands tonight. Drive over from Spokane. Wisdom teeth, boy.
Yeah.
That's a tough day.
Yes, it is. Second time he's an entry this week.
He's hanging in there. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. Anybody that'll show up wearing that hat every day might deserve it. See if he shows up tomorrow, we might have to take care of him.
To Billy Butler. Slow bender from Paulie. Strike 1 and 2. The Mariners get on the board. A Russell Brandon home run is first since July 5th here at Safeco against the Kansas City Royals. Butler's fly to left and fly to center. Nice job by Paulie in the fourth. A single and a walk. First two men that he faced. He got a couple of strikeouts and ground out to get out of trouble. Swing. And this Butler is gone. Strikeout number 4, 2 outs. The 2 outs here in the Kansas City fifth. It's always one of the most collectible giveaways of each season. It's right around the corner. Mark your calendar. It's Ichiro bobblehead night, Friday, August 27th. It's when the Mariners play the Twins, and the first 20,000 fans get an Ichiro bobblehead, courtesy of UW Medicine and FSN. For tickets, visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Kila Kaehui is the hitter. Walk and fly to center. First couple of appearances. Ball to Katzman, easy play. He'll take it himself. Paulie throws a nice inning here in the fifth. Very tidy. 2-1 Kansas City lead. Beer of the thirst inning. Let's check out the crowd of Budweiser thirst inning and see who's enjoying the game. Jose Lopez leads off. Lopez, Moore, and Langerhans, 6, 7, and 8 here in the 5th inning against Bruce Chen. Mariners trying to win their first back-to-back contest since July 24-25 here against Boston.
Take a real swing, Alice.
Lopez grounded out to short his first at bat.
Right now I'm waiting to see if Chen can get something around 65 miles an hour up to the plate.
How low can he go? Tremendous break on that pitch. Lopez strikes out. That's the 3rd strikeout rung up by Chen. Here's Adam Moore. Popped out to 3rd last time. Contrast, you go from cranky last night, he's going mid to high 90s, drop out a change up into the high 60s, low 70s, and Chen's topped at about, what, 88, 89, and featured all kinds of breaking balls.
And he hasn't thrown any 88 or 89 fastballs. It's been a lot of off-speed pitches. You can see his low so far is 71 miles an hour.
There's a base hit. 9 runs aboard.
Mariners had a pitcher here that enjoyed a lot of success for a number of years that pitches exactly the same way Chen is, and that's Jamie Moyer. So if he's figured it out, left-handed, he could be around for a long time. Take a look at the swing by Adam Moore. Is able to stay back just long enough. Get the off-speed back up the middle for a base hit.
I would say your parallel to Mr. Moyer is probably halfway decent. This guy's 33 years old, Bruce Chen. Parents moved from China to Panama. So he's one of the most popular guys in the ball club. Really good fellow.
I'll tell you this, at 33, Jamie Moyer was just getting into the groove.
That's correct. It's like 47 and still pitching until he got injured last month. Ryan Langerhans, boy, that home run he hit last night. You talk about lifting a cloud off the ball club. I've been Berkeley on the bench coach, chatting with him before the game at Langerhans, and he said, oh yeah, you can absolutely feel it. He hit the home run, there's tied. He hit the home run, and everybody went, finally, jeez. After they 0 for 12 the night before, runners in scoring position.
Right. Well, hopefully the home run that Russell Branyan has hit tonight will do the same thing.
You bet.
And you know, that's a great point, because those guys definitely are aware of what's going on. And when you go through a drought or a bad game, or I mean, you know it, and it just builds on itself. It gets harder. You try to do more, and it gets worse for you until finally somebody breaks through. So,
but you just encapsulized most of the season. Everybody trying to hit an 8-run home.
Yeah.
One pitch coming to Langerhans. So that you guys showed him slipping during BP.
Yeah, that didn't look good, did it?
No, it didn't. He had his sneakers on out there, and he got right where the grass ends and the track starts. And he slipped, and everybody around the cage, you all right? You can't go down there. We got Saunders sitting out day to day after neck and shoulder problem from trying to make a catch a couple of nights ago against Murphy, Texas. The Langerhans swings and misses. He's gone. 4th strikeout from Bruce Chen. 3 of the last 4 have K'd. We check in with Angie Minter. That is a very good race. Detroit has fallen way off the pace with the injury to Ordonez. Pitching's gone south. And Carlos Guillen going down. But congratulations to Buck Showalter getting this job. And it was a great story I saw online about. I was wondering why he was wearing number 26. Well, he's wearing number 26 because that is the number of the late Johnny Oates, who was actually a catcher, was their backup catcher, and then managed in the big leagues for a long time. The first manager that Showalter played for in the minors was Johnny Oates. They became very good friends, and they became competitors, obviously, when both of them became managers in the big leagues. And when Buck got the job, he called Johnny's widow and said, "Hey, do you mind if I wear number 26 in tribute to John?" She said, "By all means, go for it." So they reestablished that friendship, and I thought that was a very good touch by Buck Showalter and the Johnny Oates family. Jack Wilson, a base hit to left his first time. Jen doing some tailoring out there, huh? Make it in a skosh here and there, and then that'll be all right.
Back in the old days, you'd have been looking for sandpaper, file, Vaseline, all kinds of things.
Late Joe Negro, who can forget that video? Hey, I ain't got anything, and here comes the file and anvil and several other things out of his back pocket.
There's a problem with that?
Yeah, right. Boy, Joe left us way too soon. Popped it up. Milas takes charge, and that will do it for the Mariners. They get a man on, and they are able to survive. Moose Man gracing us with his presence tonight. His Thursday. Bad news. Congratulations to these youngsters, state champions, Little League. Way to go, fellas. Wilson Benamit, Alex Gordon, and Mitch Meyer. They're in the 6th against David Pauling. Fly ball center field going back to the Editors. 1 out. Don't miss an all-new episode. Seahawks All Access on Monday. It's Monday night on FSN. Training camp's going to be intensifying. We've got safety lawyer Malloy wired for sound and pulling no punches. Plus, a look at some of the old school philosophies Coach Pete Carroll is bringing to practice. That and more on Monday, 10:30. Seahawks All Access. Benamit 0 for 3. Here's Alex Gordon. Single to center last time. It's 1 for 2. This time going back into spring training, a head first dive and first base for Gordon cost him some time and took him off at third base. And told me before the game, hey, I figure I'm a good enough athlete to make the transition to left field. What trying to do, and he rips one in the right field. 5th hit for Kansas City. One out, one on. Bring up Mitch Meyer. Meyer with a single, and run scored, and a walk. Take a look down at Eddie Rodriguez. See what Ned Yost wants to do. Lopez in on the grass. Just about on the grass. Ned Yost the jacket. Kevin Seitzer, the hitting coach, to his right. Runner goes. There's a throw by Moore. Not in time. Adam 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 10 on the season. Blanco got the other stolen base. That was back in the first. And for Alex Gordon, his first stolen base, 2010. About the 4th, if not the 5th, confab they've had here tonight. But that's one side. Remember early in the year, Don Wakamatsu, as we got Sean White up and throwing. Wak wanted to see more leadership from his catching department. See his catchers be a lot more assertive with his guys. Hey, you know, if you gotta poke them a little bit, get them back in line. Hey, go do what you got to do. If you got to put an arm around them, go do that. Right. Be engaged.
Well, and I think the big thing too is Paulie has struggled with his command today. Adam basically is trying to nurse him through this game, and so far he's pitched well. He's only given up 2 runs, but you know, he's just staying on top of him the whole time, knowing that he's struggling a little bit.
Pitch counts climbing. 2-1.
Next pitch will be 94.
Those pitches Paulie's thrown this year, 97 against the Red Sox. Doing 5 2/3 and that tough. Boy, that had English on it like crazy up the end of the bat. 2 on here. 8-5 on Lopez's 14th of the year.
Yeah, he cues this right off the end of the bat. You can see the English on the ball. Then it hits on the edge of the grass.
Kansas City brewing something here. 1 out, 1st and 2nd. Mike Aviles took a called 3rd strike last time up. Also single to center and scored.
Adam back out there again.
Here comes Don Wakamatsu. That's going to be it for David Paulie. 90 pitches and has lost his touch here. They're going to go to Sean White. Hopefully he can come in and throw a ground ball and get out of this 2-on, 1-out situation here in the 6th. editorials here now. Rick Adair, the pitching coach, talking with David Pauly. He goes 5 1/3. A 5-hit, 2-run ball. 2 men on base. His responsibilities. Walked 3, struck out 4. Of the 3 walks, none of them have scored, so that's at least a plus as we check out our Northwest Dodge dealers call to the bullpen, Sean White. And they're liking what they've been seeing out of Sean White. They've gone to him since he's been back. Called on him rather frequent. He last pitched on Thursday, a couple of strikeouts and an error made behind him, and he got out of it. He's concentrating more on coming over the top or downward angle. He's hoping that sinker ball is going to lead to a ground ball, get a double play, and get out of it here. Back up this way, strike 1 on Michael Vilas. $24,520 on hand here tonight. Ruth covering us at Safeco Field. Very cloudy night here in Seattle. One to Aviles. In there for strike 2. Aviles said was called out on a 0-2 pitch in the 4th inning. Similar situation with Gordon and Meyer on board, and that's what he has right here with 1 out.
Vilas is the right-handed hitting Craig Counsell.
Good call.
Remember Counsell when he get his hands up there and really kind of stretch his body out.
Craig's still with the Brewers. We saw him last month when we were out there.
He really gets after it.
Same thing. You're right. It's like a mirror image.
How high he pushes up his hands.
2-2. Inning started harmlessly enough. Benamik first pitch swinging, flied out to center, and then Gordon, who's at second base right now, base hit to right, stole second with Meyer up there. Meyer reached on an error by Jose Lopez. 2-2.
It's a good two-seamer from Sean. In on his hands. Way inside.
Mariners trying to make it back-to-back. They beat Zach Greinke last night. 6 runs, all earned, 10 hits given up by the Cy Young Award winner from a year ago. Now Sean White trying to put out a fire, keep the Mariners down only 2-1. Hit hard. Lopez has got it. Here's a double play right here. Inning over. Just what they needed. Thank you, doctor. So Jose Lopez makes amends quickly. We'll see Ichiro, Biggins, and Kotchman coming up. Rally action here.
Yeah, they could. So hopefully this will get them some runs. But I like all the kids out here with all the different signs and a lot of color. And Tim from Snoqualmie, it's his 40th birthday, and the kids are out here with him. So we'll set him up tonight.
Way to treat him up.
Yeah.
There you go, Tim. Happy birthday. Top of the order for the Mariners here in the 6th. This begins the 3rd time around against Bruce Chen. Ichiro has not gotten the ball out of the infield yet. Breaking ball, he does this time, but waiting for it is Alex Gordon. 1 down. Mariners with 3 hits tonight. 1 in each of the previous 3. They had Jack Wilson reach first. He did get the home run from Brandon in the 4th, and in the 5th, a base hit by Adam Moore.
And you can see from those pitch count numbers that were just up on your screen, the guy has really been efficient tonight. Chen has. A lot of strikes. 71 pitches, 52 strikes, just 19 balls so far.
Another strike. Really on. I mentioned his last 5 games, 1 and 3 and no decision, a high ERA of 7.20. He'd never know it tonight. 0-2 to Figgins. Batting right-handed, his better half. 305 right-hand hitter against 225 left-hand. He does have his batting average up to 251.
Talking about Chen earlier, Dave, figuring things out, being 33 years old. He has 13 years of service, 6 in the National League, 7 in the American League. How about his suitcase? All the different clubs that he has pitched for.
Benjamin plays it on a short hop. Tag, and it's made correctly by Kaya Hue. So 2 down. We check in with Angie Mente. That's in my wheelhouse there. How about James Shields, the Rays rather, giving up 6 home runs, 8 total, but Shields gave up 6.
I'll step out there and say that his sinker wasn't sinking today.
Yeah.
But talking about Chen, 10 different clubs: Atlanta, Philadelphia, the Mets, Montreal, Cincinnati, Houston, Boston, Baltimore, Texas, and now Kansas City.
It's an itinerary.
Touch them all.
Again, left-handed. Somebody can always find use for you. 6-5 record, a 4.74 ERA. Career against the Mariners, 2-0 and 2.48. Scotsman line drive right to Aviles. 1-2-3 quietly in the 6th. 2-1 Kansas City. Especially because we got a roof and we're using it tonight. Inclement weather here in Seattle. Inside, Kansas City's Bruce Chen's thrown a heck of a ball game against the Mariners. He's given up a home run to Russell Brandon. That's the only score he's allowed. 2-1 Kansas City. Starting the 7th inning, it'll be Chris Getz, second baseman. Gregor Blanco and Jason Kendall, 9-1 and 2 against Sean White. Came on in the 6th inning to relieve starter David Pauly. Getz with an RBI single in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 4th. Pauly goes 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs to earn. 3 walks and 4 strikeouts.
You know what? It wasn't pretty. He had to grind it out today, but he'll take that start. Pitch into the 6th inning from David Pauly. You see the Quest high-speed pitch. 90 miles an hour for Pauly. Sean White, 93. He'll top out at 95 when he's feeling good at some point. But still, you have to take it, don't you? Just 2 runs.
Oh, no. Hey, no complaints. No. Just a little more offense, eh?
Yeah. Only offense tonight, a solo home run by Russell Brandon.
Good to see him end a drought that goes back to July 5 against Kansas City here in this ballpark. That was his last home run.
Nice thing about sluggers is typically when they hit their home runs, they hit them in bunches. So Russell Brandon will be leading off the 7th inning. Maybe he'll hit another one.
To right field for Ichiro. Ride and save on Sound Transit Sounder Train. For more information on schedules and routes, visit soundtransit.org. One out, top of the order, Gregor Blanco. Blanco. Caracas, Venezuela, came over from the Braves. Deal for Rick Ankiel. Kyle Farnsworth, cash considerations. Came over with pitcher Jesse Chavez. Blanco. One and two. What's interesting is watching Sean White work. I mean, he has totally changed his whole mechanical delivery. Accentuate coming over the top.
Well, the key again is he has to throw his sinker, and that's one of the things that Don liked about him so much last year. He's trying to get him back where he was at.
Left field, Langerhans hitting plate perfectly. 2 outs in the 7th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Glad you're with us, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, the FSN crew. 2 outs in the 7th, a 2-1 ball game. Jason Kendall 0 for 3. For Mr. Katzman. Fine inning by Sean White. So he's retired 3 up and 3 down here in the 7th. It's a matter of runs now. Brandon Gutierrez and Lopez coming up.
All right, Angie, thank you. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Here's Brandon fouling one to Gutierrez in the on-deck circle. First at bat on the left. Look at Brendan. He's got the knickers look as he pulls the pants down just below the knee. And then he said, you know what, let's get back to contemporary. And he homered. No connection, but just an observation.
Players.
A wardrobe change, right?
Well, yeah, players.
Dude, that didn't work.
Try something else, and I'll guarantee you those pants will be down tomorrow.
Because he and Jack Wilson and Lopez came out with the old style look. We got to get the stirrups back, though. I like the knickers look, but bring the stirrups back.
You like the high stirrups?
Yeah, I remember the old Frank Robinson. Wearing babies up high. Sanitary socks, the whole deal, Absolutely. 2-2. Cranked here.
Belted into deep.
That was a major league hang time. 426 feet straight away center field. Puts the Mariners on the board. Chen's worked a 3-2 count. He has yet to walk anybody. Struck out 4. And truly has scattered 3 hits. Three-2 to Brendan. Lofts it to left field, coming on Gordon. He's there to make the catch. Tomorrow night, Freddie Montero and the Sounders FC. They shoot for their 5th consecutive MLS victory. They'll take on the Houston Dynamo from the pitch at West Field. Check your local FSN and FSN HD listings for the match time in your area. 6 in a row retired by Bruce Chen. Here's Gutierrez, fouled out to the catcher and struck out. He went for 4 last game. Chen dropped way down that time. Ball 1. They are getting Jesse Chavez. Came over with Blanco from the Braves ready. Fly ball, short center field. 2 down. Blanco makes the catch. Visit the official online shop of the Mariners at Mariners.com. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, the latest apparel, memorabilia, authentic classics. Get them for the entire family. Get your gear from the official source, the Mariners.com shop. Accept no substitutes. Tell you what, Bruce Chen has thrown a very fast 5 outs. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th, and he's got 2 down here in the 7th. Lopez 0 for 2, ground out the shortstop and a strikeout.
He hasn't had a stressful inning in the game.
It's interesting. That is the description I got from some Kansas City people. He's been a high stress guy most of the year. Not the case tonight.
Not the case. The Mariners, Russell Brandon with the solo home run, but other than that, they haven't had anybody else in scoring position tonight.
To Lopez. That win last night by the Mariners, their first here at Seattle against Kansas City. Royals were in early July and swept the series. The Mariners have taken 2 out of 3 in KC. Like a screwball, like he tried to really turn that thing. Two and 2 to Lopez. Betemit cuts in front of the shortstop. Nary a whimper here in the 7th. A 2-1 Kansas City lead. leg freeze can. Good look at 108 stitches multiple times. Not bad. Glad you're with us here at Safeco Field. 2-1 ball game. Kansas City with 2 runs on 3 hits in the second inning. They've held off the Mariners, who have a 4th inning Russell Branyan home run. Here's Billy Butler, followed by Kila Kaihue and Wilson Bettamy. 3, 4, and 5 for Kansas City. You do not want to hit those red spots. To the gap. Hit hard. Billy Butler lumber his way into second base. Ichiro gets it back in. Billy Butler blisters a pitch to right center field.
We'll take a look at it. Pitch out over the plate, belt tie. Thought maybe Ichiro was going to have a chance to cut this ball off and hold him to a single. Butler does not run well, but ends up going all the way to the wall.
31st double.
Ricadero come out and have a conversation with Sean. Garrett Olson getting loose out in the Mariner pen. Bettamy switch hitter. Gordon lefty. Meyer lefty. So they're getting ready for some left-handers.
31st double for Billy Butler leads the Kansas City Ball Club. How about the loss of David DeJesus running into a fence at Yankee Stadium a couple of weeks ago? That's a big loss. He was having an outstanding year. He's among the top 5 in hitters, and they thought they were going to be able to. A lot of teams were inquiring about acquiring David DeJesus. He got hurt right a week after the All-Star game in New York. Kaihue is the hitter. With the runner. Figgins going to third. Did they get him? Nice play. Those Butler doesn't run well. Not a fast runner. And he's gunned down at third. Nice play, Figgins.
Nice play. The ball not hit hard, but Figgins, you watch him, he'll come get it right away. No hesitation at all, firing it to third. Butler, I'm sure, felt like he was going to make it over there easily. He's probably surprised that there was going to be a play. Oh, there he goes. Now he knows he's in a little bit of trouble. Uh-oh. That little bit of hesitation and slowing down by Butler cost him.
Paul Menard, nice base umpire.
Yeah, nice play by Figgins.
Kaihue is on first. Here's Wilson Bettamy. You don't see the old thrown out 4-5 too often.
You don't. I don't know why he was looking over his shoulder. It looked like it slowed him up a little bit. That's a mistake.
Yeah, he can't put himself in those deficit situations.
No, no. Blake Wood with the Royals.
Oh, a strike to Bettamy, who's 0 for 3. Balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. White came on in the 6th, a clean 7th. And keep it at 2-1. Bettamy against Sean White. A 3-2 pitch coming up. Bettamy taking over full-time at third with Kai Aspel. Alberto Kai Aspel being traded to the Angels. Goes back. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Kansas City. A run on 3 hits and an error for the Mariners. Payoff pitch here to Bettamy. Fouls it off again. We saw Sean Figgins have an 11 pitch at bat last evening. Delivered an RBI single in the third. 8th pitch coming up here.
All fastballs. Low 90s. Good sink to him. Bettamy have a tough time squaring it up.
Pitch. Foul back. Kaihui getting a lot of interval training running between first and second.
Yeah, he's a young guy. He'll be fine.
Down to Kochman. We'll get the 1 out. Nice play. Terrific glove man down at first base. So 2 outs, runner at second here in the 8th inning every week. Mariners All Access brings you the latest happenings on the home team with exclusive interviews, player profiles, and the memorable highlights you're not going to find anywhere else. So catch Mariners All Access tomorrow at 6 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Pitching change coming up. And we're going to see, like Garrett Olson will be coming on. 2-1 Kansas City. Pitcher for the Mariners, Garrett Olson, comes in with a runner at second. 2 down.
Numbers for Garrett: 6.86 ERA, 19 2/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 9 walks. Opponent's average 272.
First time we've seen Garrett since that rocky outing he had Wednesday against Texas. He went an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up a home run. And that was the grand slam of Michael Young that blew it open in the 7th. They asked him to get Alex Gordon here, who singled his last 2 times up. He's 2 for 3.
Royals 1 for 9 with men in scoring position tonight.
That was an aggressive hack. Strike 1. Sean White goes 2 1/3, gives up a hit. He's got a runner on his responsibility. No walks, no strikeouts. Pickoff, got a chance. High throw. So Jamie Wright starting to warm up for the Mariners right now. KCA is at second base. 1-1 to Alex Gordon. Change up by Mr. Olsen. 1-2. There's Jamie. Olsen trying to keep it right here. 2-1 Kansas City. Mariners only run a Branyan home run with 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch. This is 2-2. So appears that the skipper not real pleased with some of the mechanics he's seen from his left-hander. 2-2. Hit down to Kochman. Fair ball. He's got it. Mariners get out of it. Kochman, 2 unassisted plays. Putouts to end the 8th, top of the 8th inning, as the Mariners will have more Langerhans and Wilson coming up. And you think you at 2-1, Kansas City lead. Bruce Chen, Mike, threw a heck of a ball game tonight.
He really did. Kept the ball down and a lot of ground balls in the game. A ton of off-speed pitches, slow breaking balls, a bunch of change-ups. Really kept the Mariners off balance. And a strikeout. See, you look at his changeup. Really did a nice job tonight. You look at his numbers overall, 92 pitches for him. 64 for strikes. Just the one earned run. That was a solo home run by Russell Branyan. No walks.
Big right-hander Blake Wood takes over for Kansas City in his big league debut back in May. Called up from AAA Omaha. Adam Moore, Ryan Langerhans, and Jack Wilson. 7, 8, 9 for the Mariners.
Looks like Wood has struggled. 14 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponent's average over 300.
One and one. Bruce Chen going 7 innings. The longest he's gone since a win at the Angels on July 3rd. Adam Moore has popped up to the third baseman and singled to center. Down backer. 1 out. I'll look back through the scorecard here. Appears to me the hardest hit ball by the Mariners tonight, clearly the Branyan home run, and outside of that, that's it.
Kochman lined out to shortstop. That ball was on the line. He hit that one hard, but not much.
Yeah, that's 2. Here's Langerhans. He struck out his first 2 times up. 1-2 pitch and 2-2. To right, a triple away from the cycle last night. He went up there 8th inning needing a triple, and he said Josh Wilson and Josh Bart said, hit it and don't stop running until I either tag you or you get the third.
He didn't get many opportunities to hit for the cycle.
Pitch. Good into the gap. Laying deep as Meyer, and he can really run. Nice play, 2 down. What do you remember about when your cycle, your triple?
Well, I'm here to tell you, nobody fell down. It was the last piece of it that I needed. I needed a triple.
Right.
And it just so happened I sliced the ball down in Chicago down into the right field corner. And I can't remember who was over. I think Ordonez was playing right field, and he was way over in right center.
Max, okay.
Yeah.
Aguilera, Ordonez, then with the White Sox.
Yeah. And about halfway to second, I knew I had a chance on it, so I really turned on the Jets, Dave. Low flying around the bases.
Vapor trails all over Chicago.
It was like a big cloud going into third as I slide out, man.
Jack Wilson's 1 for 2. Base hit back in third. Mariners only hit 3 hits. The Branyan home run. Jack with a base hit more than. Jack's 0-2. Jack 1 for 2. 2 runs scored an RBI last evening. Just out of the reach of Chris Getz. 2-out base runner here in the 8th.
Solid base hit into right field, going with a fastball away from Jack. Getz will make a diving effort. Ball just hit too hard. Can't get to it.
Ichiro's going to be the hitter now. Struck out on a curveball. First inning, rounded out the second and the third. 6th inning, flying out to short left field. fielder Blanco just took a few steps backwards toward the left fielder. Shooting towards the line for Ichiro. Dribbler. Okay, that'll do it for the 8th. As Kendall throws out Ichiro. 8 in the books, 2-1 Kansas City.
Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
2-1 Kansas City. Top of the 9th coming up this Wednesday afternoon. Bring your 4 to 12 of your family members or friends to the next Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. As low as $14 per person. You'll get a ticket to see the Mariners take on the A's. You'll get a hot dog and a Pepsi. So take advantage of the great deal at mariners.com/specials. Another in a series of quiet innings for the Mariners. Killed the 8th inning. And out to the top of the 9th inning, Mariner closer David Ardsma got to get some work, and they're going to ask him to throw up the 0 on the board, give the Mariners a chance to win it in the home 9th.
David's numbers: 34 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, just 16 walks.
Schmeier, Mike Aviles, and Chris Getz. Strike 1. Ardsma last through on Tuesday. Picked up his 19th save in the 3-2 win over Texas. And Joaquin Soria, he saved all 3 games here for Kansas City in their first visit in early July. The Mexicutioner, all-star performer. Soria is a real good one. Number 2 in the American League in saves with 30 behind Soriano of Tampa Bay. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Ardsma. 1 down.
David gets ahead of him with a couple of fastballs and puts him away with a split finger. You look at it. Meyer right over the top.
First time you had to hit against a split. What went through your mind that you can repeat on family television?
That I didn't like it.
I mean, when you see it coming, you got fastball, and where'd that go?
Right. And the speed differential. I mean, you're talking 10, 12 miles an hour difference.
Jack Wilson, second diving play. He's made this many nights. Well done. Jack with some quicks. Soccer player. I was talking about soccer the other day. Says he wants to just take a shot at trying to score in Casey Keller. High school star Jack Wilson was. Quick 2 outs here. Chris Getz. Kansas City got 2 runs in the second inning. They've made it stand up. Earned his only run. Brandon homer in the 4th with 2 outs.
Mariners will have the people they want up. Diggins will lead things off, and it's Kochman and Brandon will get another shot at it.
Calling 5 1/3, gave up 2 runs. White throws 2 1/3 to scoreless. Garrett Olson throws 3rd inning scoreless baseball. And Ardsma loses Chris Getz. Top of the order, and Gregor Blanco will stand in. Make sure you join us tomorrow. It's an early Sunday start time. Mariners wrap up this series with the Royals. Final meeting with the Royals this season. Action begins at 12:30 p.m. right here on FSN and FSN HD. Michael lined out to left his last time up. Pitching matchup for tomorrow, Jason Vargas against Kyle Davies. Time is called. Oakland beats Texas 6-2. Angels 10-1 over Detroit. Gets a base stealer. He's 11 out of 12.
And he looks like he wants to run. Leaning.
Strike 1. Is this an opportunity for him? Remember, I think left-hand hitter up. Guy's got pretty good back control.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, he can run. He had 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Blanco's not somebody you would think would hit a home run and get you on the scoreboard, so you'd think he'd want to get down to second base.
Strike away from getting out of the 9th inning. Strike 3 call. So Ardsma does his job. A bloop and a blast will make him a winner. Biggins, Kochman, Brennan coming up. Fine pitch by Ardsma. Here in the 9th inning in a 2-1 Kansas City lead. Home run number 14. Last time he homered was July 5th here against Kansas City in the previous visit. Joaquin Soria, second in saves in the American League.
Only blown 2 of them, 30 out of 32. That's a nice number.
Yeah, I'll say it. He went 3 for 3 against the Mariners in Kansas City.
49 strikeouts to 13 walks. He has given up 4 home runs this year.
Figgins, Kochman, and Branyan. 2-1 ball game. Mariners 1-run ball games this year. 14-20. Kansas City 17-20. Strike one, sorry, he just goes right after him. Montova, Mexico, lives in Kansas City. Figgins, good start to the 9th inning. They get the tying run aboard.
It's a solid base hit in the left center field. He gets a fastball inside out swing. His job of pulling his hands back inside close to him so he can get the barrel to the ball and dumps it into left center for a base hit.
Up KC Kochman. He's not left the infield. Ground ball to second. Ground ball to short. A soft line drive to short. Ball one. First leadoff man to reach for the Mariners. That's another dribble. The runner's going to move up there. 1 out.
Good as a bunt. Casey ends up getting jammed on this last pitch, doesn't hit it hard, and because of that, Figgins is able to get down to second base.
Branyan rounded out the second, homer to straightaway center field and flied out the left. Concern on Eddie Rodriguez's face. Coach 14 up your screen. We talked about it earlier. Like power guys tend to get hot, hit them in clusters. Could use one here. Oh, that was a home run attempt to get a walk out of here.
That is his job, to try to get the Mariners a victory early in the count. May as well go for it.
One to Branyan. 0-2.
Couple of high fastballs. Russell swing underneath it. Take a look at it. Russell has hit a home run. He's also punched out 3 times in the 4 at bats.
Two to Branyan. Got him with 3 pitches. 2 down.
All fastballs above the belt. Take a look at it. Middle of the plate, but up. Everything above the belt.
You and me, pal. You and me. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is.
Yeah.
Figgins at second base. It's up to Gutierrez to keep this thing going. Ruiz found out to the catcher, struck out, fly to center. That's their calling card. Soria, the 0-1 to Goody. Rounded back 0-2, so the Mariners down to their last strike. And a leadoff single to center by Figgins. Gotchman, dribbler to second, moves them up. Brandon strikes out on 3 pitches, and Gutierrez in an 0-2 hole. Two, runner breaks. Foul ball.
Royals making no effort at all to keep Figgins close to second base with 2 outs. They want to make sure they field their position.
Gutierrez trying to hang on. Veteran Jason Kendall going up. Make sure he's got all the pieces together. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Kansas City. They've lived on the 2 runs they picked up in the second inning. A run on 5 hits and an error for the Mariners. Soria knows what he wants to do. 0-2 to Gutierrez. Getting the fight. Ball and 2 strikes with Figgins at second. Got a good lead. He breaks the pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. And that is your ball game as Kansas City evens the series at 1-1. They hold on for a 1-run decision. 2-1 the final score.
And again, it's the offense. The Mariners did such a nice job last night against Greinke, scoring some runs. And tonight with Chen on the mound, throwing a lot of changeups and breaking balls, just could not make the adjustment and score some runs. The 1 run, a solo home run from Russell Brandon. Nice job by Paulie in the bullpen to hold Kansas City to just 2 runs.
Bruce Chen goes to 7-5. Soria picks up his 31st save. David Paulie goes to 0-4. Let's send you out to Angie Mente.